assuming that there's just there's two, two of that guy, you know. But no, I think he was meant to be, because he never appeared afterwards. I think that was our one, you know. So our guy was the Commander Genocide. Interesting. Yeah, I call him that because, well, firstly, it was a military rank, and thus I feel somewhat fitting, because military guy, and he was advocating for genocide because they didn't kill orcs before they tried genocide. Because as we all know, genocide is a good thing. Basically, the orcs were trying to genocide or massively cause and enslave the Draenei. It's not entirely clear. I think at some points they were enslaving Draenei, if memory serves, while at others they... Ooh, that looks cool. At some points I think they were trying to enslave Draenei and WoD, while others they were just piling up the bodies, and it was horrific. It was mass slaughter. So it's... if I remember correctly, I'm leaning for just genocide. Like, they did a brochure saying, only trust orcs. Everyone else is out to get you. Though they did have goblins working for them. I don't remember what I was saying. I remember about the orcs and the genocide, but I don't remember the relevance of it. Oh yes, Commander Genocide. It was some Exarch, I can't remember his name. I think he was over in Wrath of the Lich King as well. But he, like, the orcs tried to genocide the Draenei. Obviously he's upset about it. Maybe he was just speaking out of anger, or maybe he sincerely meant it, but he figured that they should have genocided the orcs before the orcs got to genocide them. So that's why I nicknamed him Commander Genocide. Because of him saying that. I took him as being serious rather than just purely speaking out of anger. I remember hearing that in DDO some like Shift Control Alt Z, or like Shift Z Alt Z or Control Z gets rid of your UI. For WoW it's Alt Z. I just think that's a cool scene. Need to post some of these. Here is Valor's Rest. This guy used to... I don't remember any of these other guys, but these people used to give quests. You talk. The past lives in these wastes, shaman. We must be careful not to awaken it. Don't worry, Palnai solved all that. Also, here's Staghelm Point. If you look far above it... you'll see a dragon somewhere up here. It will be hostile. You can't kill it. Well, you can attack it, but you shouldn't. Oh, actually, sorry. Your cursor will change to the attack icon, but I'm not sure if you can even reach it, nor should you. It's actually part of a rep faction, Brood and Domu. They're pretty hostile to people, but if you prove you're on the level, they'll reward you. Not sure if it's still up there. I haven't seen it. Maybe I need to get up there myself. One issue with Staghelm Point is it has been pretty much taken over by, or at least the path up to it has been pretty much overtaken by Twilight's Hammer. Regrettably, this place has been pretty gutted. There's still some quests here, there's still that buggeration, but there used to be a really fun thing here that's gone now. You could kill these Twilight's Hammer, get some really shit gear. It would be green, but have called green. It's cultist robes and whatnot. But it would have no stats. But it's not for the stats. You wear the guys at the Twilight's Hammer, then you would go talk to their boss, some of their bosses at these kind of crystals that were floating in their camps. Not these ones over this way. And then you'd like you'd summon in their elemental lords and you'd fight them. And the more powerful ones would require you to wear more of the outfit, and you would have to have a group with you. It was really cool. It was a really cool idea. Regrettably, they decided, no, that's too cool, and got rid of it. You would actually also could get these missions that would reward you with another mission. Like, you get as a quest reward a choice of these different missions, and it was really cool. I still have them in my bank. I've never done any of them, and I'm never going to do any of them. Over in Palnai, I still have the quest item, but I'm never touching it because I can never get it again. So here's Roshan, the Eternal Watcher. Greetings, traveler. It was here nearly 1,000 years past that the Karaji began their march of destruction across Kalimdor. Thousands of lives were lost during the war, most in this cursed desert during the initial invasion. I'm one of the few that remain, chained to both the past and the present. I know not why I must remain stationed here, but I know that I must. How do you know? Also, the Stag Helm is the... When Malfurion goes down, goes to sleep again, after Warcraft 3. Staghelm is one of the people that rises to prominence. He's not quite the leader of Darnassus, but if Sylvanas, well, not Sylvanas, he's certainly up there. I was going to say if the other one was to go, he could probably seize control. But anyway, he's keeping Malfurion drugged with marrowweed for some reason. There's that's a herb you can gather, or you could gather. You could turn it into him or person in Phalaris as the Alliance. He's also Alliance. And he'll give you a better reward, but I think the other person's like investigating why he's doing what he's doing. Why he's so interested in it. I don't know if the other person gives better rep or what. Or rep at all. Or if he gives rep at all. But, yeah, Staghelm lost his son in this war. That's why, come Farlands, he joins Ragnaros, twisted by grief. So yeah. Also, apparently in the books, Maeve tried to kill Malfurion because she's believes that only she can enact justice. Just goes batshit, you know. How do you know? I've been slain 100 times. I always wake here, alive. Some say I am cursed, and others. What do they say? They say I am blessed, a herald to hearken in a new age. What do you say? Ancient forces stir, forces that have not been seen or felt for thousands of years. The world weeps, Orc. Perhaps a new sundering comes, as the sickness born from within. The foulness has begun to seep into our lands. From the dream comes nightmares, nightmares that befell us in our waking hours.
Goddess watch over.
Yeah, normally you can see a dragon up here. Maybe they've removed that, but she's still here. She was here to watch over the gates. It would be nice if they told her why. She's probably just forgotten after so long, I presume. Otherwise, she's basically been imprisoned there for over 1,000 years against her will. I suppose she's taking it in stride, but still. Stick move. But yeah, she's here to watch over this. But yeah, the Kraji the Silithus have taken various places here. You can see that shite going on. Seriously, guys, open a portal to the Vietnam War. They won't miss a little bit of napalm. They won't miss it at all. Also, I don't remember spiders being here. Huh. Ooh, giant snake. Small thorium vein. Yeah, I do believe thorium is probably going to be the last type of ore you'll find here. There might be something special in a Ragnaros raid, but that's it. Also level 110 elites. Or molten core thing. So these don't seem to be the goblins I was thinking of. Remember the other two? Unless I'm misremembering their names. Beatix Fickle Sprig, at your service. My cousin Noggle makes a living gathering rare herbs for Cenarian old alchemists. Or used to anyway. Came back from his last trip with a strong poison running through his veins. managed to slowly pour venom, but to fully neutralize it, I need poison samples from whatever stung him. I'll go right from the north, so I bet my shirt, stone lash scorpids or sand skitters did it. Bring me some stingers and fangs, and I'll try and make an antidote for him.
If you ever need anything.
Who are you? Where am I? I feel so weak. Why don't the druids just cast, abolish poison? They can do that. Welcome to Cenarian Hold, traveler. Cenarian Hold is a location of utmost strategic importance. I'm convinced that while we hold it, our victory over the Silithus is guaranteed. Provided our influx of supplies can be maintained, that is. Desert worms can have proven to be more of a threat to our supply caravans than even Silithus themselves. Just this morning, our shipment of marrow grain was ravaged by a group of dredge strikers. I need you to tend their numbers to ensure that our supplies aren't jeopardized. Wanted, Death Clasp, Terror of the Sands. The terrible Scorpid, Death Clasp, is believed to have retreated to the southern mountain range in the presence of increased Silithid activity. And she presents a great threat to patrols and expeditions in the southern regions. Individuals participating in her destruction will be remunerated handsomely. Inquire with Captain Vish Korzas at the top of Cenarian Hold Watchtower regarding a reward.
Hello.
Beautiful. And here's a satchel scenarios of 24 slot herb bag. Nice. And some tailoring stuff. It's all rep associated. Now that the war is in full swing, we've had no shortage of able-bodied combatants from the Hordian lines. If only we could keep them off each other's throats. Yeah, there's a wall PvP thing here. Outlands camp over here, Horde camp over here. Or was it the other way around? No, I think that's the case. You can return sands to each other, but you have to do it on foot. Though part of me wonders, is that still going on? Because I don't see the thing up here. Maybe that's just for the once a year world quest? Because when I was playing, when I was leveling here before, that was always going. And that was always a thing here, but now it isn't. Maybe it's only during Call of the Scarab. The Twilight's Hammer, an insane cult bent on destruction, set up camps in Silithus and perform rituals day and night, but we do not yet know their plans, but we do think they're somehow linked with the red crystals. Pulsing red crystals spread across the desert. Although their mystery may one day be solved, we must first deal with their immediate threat. Go to their camps, I think I said this, excuse me already, but I'll say it again, and seek out Twilight's Geolords. They are the heads of these serpents. That is where we must strike. We already have the answer to it, but and because of Cataclysm he's forgotten. Some of the Twilight's Hammer cultists carry little papers with gibberish written on them. I want you to bring me a sack of them, shaman. I can't figure out what the gibberish means, but that's not their point. Papers are how their different groups communicate secretly. The more text we take out of circulation, the less they can communicate. Scout Bloodfist must report to General Kirika's you must be one of General Kirika's new recruits. As I was looking at NPC, seeing if there's an alliance version here. It's about time he showed up. Bodies were down quick in the desert. Dwarves have begun reinforcements daily, and we can't afford to lose ground in our struggle for resources in Silithus. Get your instructions from the general. It's not my job to train you, just find you.
Strength.
Rude. This guy sells reagents, but this is all he's left. There used to be more reagents in the past, like, marking of kings or something, but that's no longer a thing anymore. No longer relevant, maybe no longer even a thing. And why now, Orc? I just do not understand it. So much work to be done. I can't use this. Our venerable war matron, Orkrilla, has sent me to the far reaches of the world in search of suitable heroes that will join our cause. Are you interested in surrendering the Horde's grasp over the eastern kingdoms? Then take the support of the blasted lands and report to Orkrilla at the Dreadmaw Hold. Dreadmaw Hold has been presumably decimated. It's anything like the Netherguard Fortress, but that's been decimated in WoD lore. As of Cataclysm, it's still standing. I will just have to talk Oh, there's the Alliance person, and presumably Rifleman Torik is the oh, you know, Alliance recruiter. But in if I want to see the old stuff, I talk to a elf here. It's actually a dragon, but they're in an elf disguise. Talk to them there, and I can see the old area, so I can do all the old quests. So, you know, those are a lot like Warglaives, you know? It made me think of, you know, the Demon Hunters Warglaives. So yes, I have a few quests here. Scorpids over there, Twilight Texts, Geolords, and Worms. I can also go down to speak with the General, and I've also deck wanted down there. There's also plenty of quests around here. There's two up here that are, as far as I know, completely irrelevant to me. I think they're only relevant if you are doing the Thunder Fury Legendary quest. And if you want to do the Thunder Fury Legendary quest, I'll do a quick little thing here on it. Molten Core. There's two bosses here. I'll grab my phone. One of these on this page, maybe even on that screen. Thunder Fury. Wow. Sorry, I'm getting a bit hoarse now. Need to drink more. Should have gone down and got it earlier. Gar and Baron Geddon. So this guy and this guy, both of them have a chance of dropping bindings at the Windseeker. The right half of Tundran's internal prison. The left half. Last I heard, I haven't checked in ages, but both have a 3% chance of dropping. But you can only get one off of Gar and the other off of Geddon. They only drop the right and the right or the left half. The left for Baron, right for Gar. So you have one chance a week of getting it, and it's a 3% chance if that has stayed. They may have boosted it. They've made various changes over the years with different things. They may or may not have altered the legendary quest. So it's very luck, you know, related. So keep that in mind. Yeah, so Fury Harbinger is relevant for a quest if memory serves. Maybe making the Ragnaros legendary. Ragnaros here looks like he does in the Firelands. I think he's been rejigged in this model, but I'm not sure. But you can make a mortal version, a wieldable version of that mace. That's the legendary. Here, let's have a look and see how he does in Firelands. I've never done this, by the way. I did a quick little run of the opening of it, but that was it. I may have fought that, and that's it. Okay, no, Ragnaros looks a lot different here, never mind. But I still feel that he's gotten a bit of a touch-up. I swear he looked different in the past. Also, the reason there's only 4 raids here is because one of the raids has been removed. Naxxramas. The original got moved to Northrend and made into a... well, still a raid, but it was no longer 40 man. It was like a 10 or 25. So yeah, it was used to have 5 raids here. I think. There might have been more. But I doubt that was the case, considering that there's only 4 now. Only 1 got removed from the game. And, you know, altered. So yeah, if you want to have fun with doing those quests, then good luck grinding up Tundran's prison, basically. So anyway, I do sincerely hope you've enjoyed this session so far. JD Shadesong? JD Sage... I can't say it. JD Shadesong in the house. Yes. I don't know, it just sounds like some, like, you know, name someone takes if they're trying to be cool in a band, you know? Greetings and salutations from the man of Ravenholt, adventurer. He's marked with Cenarian Circle, but he's apparently part of Ravenholt. Or Ravenhold, and ignore the T. But regardless, yeah, he's one of those guys that I mentioned earlier. So, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, folks. I'll be